Hey everyone over at YouTube, this is GermanName1990 once again. Now I'm sure you've seen videos of my other wheel, my wheel model, but I want to show you the first one I actually had right here. As the model I normally use to show my YouTube videos was made back in 2008. This was made by a friend of mine for me from scouting back in, it was completed back in October 2001. I did the layout, and unfortunately, and you can see there's a lot of water damage that this obtained through the years, but I want to show you some of the spots that I got. I had an idea where the zeros can be taken off. I can convert this from a $1,000 space to a $100 space. I have some other stuff on here, of course. I have a bankrupt. You can see the lettering quite well. Lose a turn and a free spin. Now there's some spaces I had. I really wanted this to be like something that could be a 24 wedge, but unfortunately it was 64 pegs, so it doesn't go well into 24 wedges. So I had to compensate and use the bi-vowel space as inspiration to make solve the puzzle. Originally, my rule for solve the puzzle was you land on it and you solve the puzzle immediately, otherwise you lose $100, which I decided to make it like some type of bonus, a little bit different from the jackpot. Okay, please excuse me, thank you. Became this like, okay, depending on how complete the puzzle is, if you land on it, you get a bonus. If you're not able to solve it, you still lose your turn. And this one, free spin times 2. Originally, if you landed on it, whereas you land on this, you get 1 free spin. You land on this, you actually get 2 free spin tokens. Eventually I changed it to the rule as if, okay, you land on this, you got 1 free spin, and you have the option to go for another. If you get a letter in there, if you decide to go for it and get a letter in there, you get the second free spin token. If you don't, not only do you not get the second free spin token, you'll lose the first free spin token as well as your turn. Eventually I decided to add a $500 bonus to that. But as you can see, it got a lot of water damage to it, but I do have some other stuff. This was made 3 years ago. It's my Super Wheel of Fortune layout. As you can see, it's a paper, and you can also tell a lot of water damage to it. The lowest value on here is $200, and then you had some little wedges and everything. Here's the jackpot. Free spin token I used like a little quarter for that. Prize wedge. This one $3,500, and this one $2,500. Also made 2 interesting wedges called Elimination. If you land on this, it's just like a bankrupt. Only you landed it, not only you lose all your money in your turn, you have to pick this up, and because it signifies if you're not the one who solves the puzzle with this in hand, you're eliminated from the game. Not a nasty wedge to land on. If you thought bankrupt was bad, this was worse. Cash command, I had an idea for a cash command. The day's cash command would be like, double your money, half of money, $500 plus a free vowel. Yeah, a lot of water damage. A deer said, or other space 10,000. Now I turned it over, and you can see how much damage from the basement, from my basement it got. But I made this like a press your luck type of show where I combine Wheel of Fortune with press your luck, where instead of using a board, you would spin a wheel. And instead of devils or whammies, I decided to use a dragon. Want to try and get something better than that. And I'm sure you came across a better made template, and I also laminated this one to prevent damage, prevent water damage. And it's made so that it can fit right over the wheel. Let's take a big spin of this. Alright, I landed on $300, like right there. 700. Let's put some other good stuff on. I mean, this is the Baron layout. A whole bunch of values. Instead of $200, the lowest value is now $300. And I put some spaces, of course. I even gave it some 70s values like 850 and 650. Even put 950 on the wheel, although that has never existed on American wheel, of course. I even put Bob Goins 1250 right here. And there's and this is not only just the Baron layout, this is the layout used for round 4, and I can put wedges on this as well. Plan to, okay. There. Top dollar value, round 1, 2,500. I even made a interesting thing for the jackpot, not only based on our jackpot, but on France's version as well. It's available the first 3 rounds of the game. The first 3 rounds of the game. Round 1, gonna place it. Place it right here. Starts at $5,000, and if it's not won in round 1, it's I mean, whatever wheel's landed on, it can, whatever the wheel lands on, it adds to the jackpot value. Whatever the jackpot value is at the end of round 1, another 5,000 is added to it in round 2, and it may change position, such like being right here, perhaps. And that is the same for round 3. So chances are, I mean, yeah, I mean, round 3, there's no way it's not going to start at $15,000. So put it right here. If it's not at the end of round 1, at the end of round 3, it's unavailable for the rest of the game. You certainly want to try and land on it. That can be a whole bunch of money. I have plans to work on other wedges besides that. I got another wheel planned. It's not over at DeviantArt just yet, but it will be soon. I'm not gonna say like tomorrow. I got school and all that to deal with. And here's round 2's top value. Round 1 top value is 2,500, and I'm gonna make round 2's. Round 1's top value is 2,500. We're gonna make this 3,500. I mean, I'm gonna have the top values placed in between the bankrupt style. Let's see what I get this time. $350. Now, if the jackpot is won, even before round 3, it becomes available for the rest of the game, because it is won. Speaking of round 3, top dollar value is $5,000. I mean, I made outlines for all that and such. And just a bad Baron layout once again. Round 4, and later on. Here's what happens. The winner at the end of the game goes on to play a bonus round. Sorry for the air holes and everything. Do apologize for that. But I also made this layout. I mean, I made the layout. You can see it over at DeviantArt. But I also made, also designed this and laminated to where this is the bonus layout. The lowest value is $5,000. The lowest, second lowest is $10,000, and after that is $30,000 and up all the way. I mean, there's some other spaces here. You know, there's one spot worth $100,000. $125,000, that's an eighth of a million. $150,000. $200,000. $250,000. $350,000. And $500,000. And but not every day on Wheel of Fortune you get to see someone try and play for $1 million on the bonus round. They have to take that $1 million wedge with them. Super Wheel of Fortune is different, as I like to call it, super. Where you can play for $1 million, but you have to try and dodge these two $5,000 spaces in order to go for it. If you land on $5,000, that's what you play for. But the thing is, it's a 1 out of 64 chance. Could it be done? And all right, so I gave it a spin. I'm going to be playing for $50,000. Pardon me, in the bonus round. I mean, some of these values, of course, they were increased by $100. Yeah, playing for $1 million. Now I have also have what is called a season finale, where at the end of every season, the top winners of the season come back, and they always play for the bonus amount. Always play for a bonus amount as shown on the wheel, but at the very, very end of the week, the season finale, players actually go for $10 million instead of $1. Because the winner of that season, so the winner of the tournament at the end of every season, they spin a wheel, they spin this bonus wheel, and whatever they land on is multiplied by 10. So, the worst you could play for is $50,000, but if you land on here, the season finale, that's actually $850,000. That's a lot of money. So, could you go for it? But anyway, that's actually what I wanted to show you. This was completed back in 2001, and but here's the layout I did just a few months ago. So, it's my first YouTube video of the new year. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.